My golden child sister faked a miscarriage to steal my sister's husband. After my brother-in-law's viral rant exposed her scandal, I cheered. But now, my whole family has turned against me. So, for some background, my parents have 3 kids, Maya, 29F, me, 28M, and Sally, 26F. The problem is Sally. When she was born, she had some form of a medical condition which led doctors to believe that she would not survive at all. But my parents never gave up. They spent money and time for her treatment, and the miracle happened. Since then, they have coddled Sally to death. Sally always had to have good things, and I mostly got my sister's hand-me-downs, which I didn't mind, but it sucks that I was the forever neglected middle child. But my sister Maya took most of it. Maya was the oldest and the scapegoat, and for some weird reason, Sally was always in competition with Maya, and I am sure my parents also pitted them against each other too. My oldest sister Maya was always supposed to behave and never complain, while Sally was a brat. If Maya had a dollhouse, Sally had a bigger dollhouse. If Maya did something good, my parents would just say good job and go about their life. But if Sally even won a participation trophy, they would basically throw a party. Since then, Maya has been walking on eggshells around my parents. She would always be grounded, and we cannot even complain that Sally has been bullying us because she is a special child. And Sally was also awful towards me. She would often abuse me and even steal my stuff, and my parents won't do anything. And like I mentioned, Sally was always in competition with Maya. If Maya wanted to participate in music, she would too. I remember Maya saying in high school that she has a crush. And what does Sally do? Make out with that crush in front of Maya. My parents didn't even save enough for college for either of us. But luckily for Maya, she got a scholarship. I had to take out a loan. And the last straw for Maya was when she was dating this guy in college. She brought him home when they were on vacation. She caught Sally and him having sex in the basement. It was a crap storm, and my parents did berate Sally, but after a few days they were like, what happened just happened. It'll be wrong to separate these lovebirds, and that was it for Maya. She screamed at them that she has endured their abuse for all of these years, but not anymore. She cut contact. There was a lot of tension. Some of my aunts and uncles were divided, and Sally was just as shameless as she was and went on to date Maya's ex. Maya eventually got over it and met a nice guy and got married. She did invite our parents to the wedding, but not Sally. My parents didn't go, but I did. And now she is currently pregnant with her first child. My parents reached out to her, and although Maya was skeptical, she agreed to reconcile. So, our family has this big dinner once a year at their place where all the relatives and cousins are invited. Maya came along with her husband, Adam. Sally was also there with her husband, Maya's ex, and throughout the evening, I noticed Sally tried to be closer to Adam, but he would just shove her off. Then it was time for dinner. My parents made a toast, and then Sally stood up and said she was so lucky to be here and that she almost died when she was younger. Barf. She then redirected to Maya, and she said, "Sis, I know it must be hard for you because your ex is now my husband, but thanks for the blessing. I know it must be hard for you to be here knowing how hard it was for you to compete with me, but I applaud your bravery." And this was the moment Adam stood up and shouted at Sally, saying how dare she insult his wife? Who the F does she think she is? Then the word vomit started. And I'm just paraphrasing what Adam said here, but he went on to say, "You think you're so special and brave because you are a miracle baby? Guess what? I was a miracle baby too, but I don't boast about it like you do. You are such a pathetic woman that the only achievement you have ever done in your life is something that was accidental. What else do you have to show for it? Everything you have was basically borrowed from my wife. Even your pathetic husband who spent the entire evening hitting on every female cousin in this room. You are so annoying, even your husband doesn't like you. And you know what the truth is? You have nothing, and you are nothing. You are so shameless and pathetic that you tried to hit on me. You already got her ex, and now you want her husband. I would rather die than be with a woman like you whose personality is worth of a paper bag. You have always been jealous of my wife because you always knew you would never be as amazing as she is. That's why you stole from her, because that's the only way you could have what she has." And that is what Adam said. There was more, but it was so brutal that Sally was in tears. My parents and relatives were shocked. My parents told Maya, "Well, aren't you going to do anything?" And Maya said no, and left with her husband. Honestly, even my cousins were silent. I knew no one liked Sally, but I, on the other hand, was laughing behind my wine glass, and my mom noticed and said I am an a-hole for laughing at my sister's misery. And it has been over a week since this happened. And the video of Adam's rant was circulating on our cousin's group chat, and I still laugh at it. I've been low contact with them ever since, but they are getting a lot of crap for Sally. So, am I the a-hole? Edit. Guys, please stop asking me for the video. I want to protect the privacy of my family. I even used fake names for that reason. I can't give you the audio as well because in my book it is a breach of privacy. Then OP provided more information in the comment section and said, well, the update I can give you right now is that my uncle, my aunt, and every other family member who was present has berated my mom and dad too for letting it go this far. Then my mom and dad blew up Maya's phone, that her husband made them look bad. And Maya just texted them saying, well, that's because you guys are bad. So bad that right now no one is supporting you. Good luck hiding behind Sally. And also about the video, it was a short video. My cousin only caught it because my parents told her to record the dinner. Oh, the irony. And she never stopped rolling. She just forwarded the snippet of Adam's speech, but I cannot post it for privacy reasons. Edit. Okay, for privacy reasons, I cannot post the video, not even the audio. Please understand it, but I am writing the dialogue that went through. Also, even though we live in the United States, at home we speak in our native language, so a lot of the translation would be robotic. As for the characters involved here, we have Sally, Maya, Adam, Mom, Dad, and the douche, Sally's husband. So, this starts with Adam sitting down after Sally saying that Maya is competing with her, to which Adam said, huh? What is that supposed to mean? And then Sally says, wait, what do you mean? You literally just insulted my wife in front of me. I want to know what the hell do you mean that she is competing with you? Oh, Adam, you have no idea? Maya has always been pinning for douche over here. I know it is sad that he fell in love with me, but I am happy she let it go. Yeah, I am glad that she is with me rather than your perverted husband who's been hitting on every girl cousin here. Excuse me, how dare you speak about my husband? How dare me? How dare you speak to my wife like that, Sally? Who the F do you think you are, the Queen of England? I won't even make you Queen of Garbage Island. Then my dad comes in and tells Adam to watch it, and then Adam says, no, I will not. I will not sit here and watch as your useless daughter talks crap about my wife. And then, at this point, Sally starts crying, and then Adam says, how dare you insult my wife, you idiot? You think you're so effing special because you are a miracle baby? Well, guess what? I was a rainbow baby too, but I am not as annoying as you are. You are not the only miracle baby in the world, you idiot. There are millions of others, and sure, they don't complain about it. What else do you do that you think you deserve the world? What do you have to show for? My wife was a valedictorian who earns 6 figures. She has respect in society. What do you have except for your attitude? You are a college dropout who has no life skills and has been mooching off of her parents. Your entire life is borrowed from your sister. Then Sally says, stop it, to which Adam says again, I will not. You want to hear the truth? The truth is that you are a piece of crap. Nobody will miss you if you died. Nobody likes you. Not a single person in your family except your mom and dad who failed to raise you. Then my mom comes in and says, stop it or else I will throw you out. And then Adam replies with, I don't give a rat's ass. And you know what, Sally? Everyone saw how disgusting you are trying to seduce the husband of your own sister. Then Sally, who is practically sobbing, says, I was just trying to be nice. Oh, like how you were trying to be nice when Maya brought douche home? Is this how you say hello in your family, having sex with outsiders? How about if I F your dad and your husband to express my gratitude? Don't take me for a fool, I know what you were trying to do. Then my dad comes in and says, that's it, you're getting way out of line. And Adam replies again, no, I'm making a line between your slutty daughter and ours. How shameless are you? Your own daughter is trying to sabotage the marriage of your own oldest daughter, and you're silent? Where was this energy when Maya was crying in her room? Or when her boyfriend was cheating on her with her sister? Is this the morals that you've taught your daughter? Do you have empathy for your other kids? OP and Maya had to suffer because your own daughter is an effing nightmare. Where was your attitude then? Would you have held Maya accountable if she slept with one of Sally's boyfriends? Answer me. Then my dad replies that I don't need to answer to a stranger. And then Adam goes off again and says, I am not a stranger. I am your daughter's husband. I have every right to speak about it. I have every right to call you out on your daughter's BS. And listen, Sally, you think people actually like you? Well, none of us in this room full of 50 people like you, not even in the slightest. You really think that you're that pretty that guys will just fall for you? Well, you are an ugly idiot. Your personality is worth that of a paper bag. The only reason why your husband is even married to you is because you faked a pregnancy and then faked a miscarriage. Even the guy who is a cheater and a pervert doesn't want to be with you. And you did all of that for this guy, this douche here? He is nothing but your sister's sloppy second. You don't even deserve her sloppy thirds. What achievements do you have except for being a miracle child? You are a pathetic woman in her 20s who is still mooching off of her parents. Just looking at you so irritatingly sobbing like a poor victim makes my skin crawl. You are not special, you are just an entitled brat that everyone hates. And then, that was it. The room was silent, and then my mom spoke and said, "Maya, your husband is insulting us." And then Maya said, "Adam, grab your coat, we're leaving. I've had enough of it." And my mom replies, "You're not gonna do anything?" And then Maya says, "Actually, no, I will not." And then they left, and our cousins just sat and ate dinner. And I was basically laughing quietly behind my wine glass, like I said, and my mom said, "Why are you smiling? You think this is a joke?" "Well, Mom, no." "God, you are so ungrateful, OP. Some guy just insulted your sister, and you're sitting here laughing?" "Mom, please, we still have guests." And then the rest of the evening was basically Sally crying and making a scene. My cousins were sharing the video and making fun of Sally. And yes, the group chat has everyone, including Maya and her husband, except for Sally and her husband. Update number 1. I don't know if people will see this, but I do have a little update. I went to see my sister, Maya, and her husband today, and I spoke to her and asked her if she was okay. I haven't gotten a chance to reach out to her after the dinner. She said she was fine and that Mom and Dad have been demanding they apologize to Sally. Barf again. But she blocked them. Because why should they apologize for the truth? They also got the support from the group chat, and a lot of our cousins' parents were unaware of the incident of Sally and all of the bullying. They thought that since she was a miracle baby, she would be an angel. Barf again. And I apologized to my brother-in-law Adam for what happened, and he said sorry back because he lost his crap. He also had really toxic parents, so he basically projected his own anger onto Sally. I told him it was fine, and even our cousins enjoyed it, and they're making fun of Sally, and he is practically their hero right now. And as for my parents, well, they are still in denial, but I don't care anymore. They have gone too far. I mean, even a stranger sees through their bullcrap, yet they refuse to see the truth. They are getting a lot of heat from everyone, especially Grandma, my mom's mom, because our grandpa left her for another woman, so she takes it as a big offense. And apparently, my parents lied to her about Sally's husband. They said Maya and him used to date, but they broke up. I will give a full update later, but right now the cousins and uncles and aunts are divided amongst themselves, and I am really disappointed in our parents. I hope Sally takes care of them when they are really old, because they obviously lost 2 of their kids. Update number 2. Sorry for the late update, guys, but I do have one for you. And well, after I spoke to Adam, he called me a few days later to ask if I could talk to him. So I met him at his house, and he made some excuses to Maya and then took me someplace private. He pulled out his phone and told me that Sally has been texting him nonstop. He ignores her. He has already blocked 3 of her accounts. The text messages range from "sorry," "please talk to me," bashing Maya, calling him unworthy, some dirty text messages, and also some provocative photos with captions of "I can F better than Maya and you know it." And Adam was sick of it. I was furious. Does Sally have no shame? I said enough is enough. My parents need to see what kind of person Sally is. So I arranged a meeting with my parents. We didn't tell Maya because she is already pregnant, and we do not want to stress her further. We sat with our parents, and before I could speak, Adam cursed right at the sight of my sister and started calling her a harlot. I asked him to please calm down, and our parents were furious. And then I told them they should control their miracle child because she is acting crazy, and she's been sending inappropriate messages to Adam. My parents obviously didn't believe it, so I showed them the proof, and they acted like they were disgusted. Sally kept saying it was a fake account. Someone is trying to defame her. Douche, Sally's husband, forcefully took her phone and then discovered the messages. And he was screaming and shouting at her. Sally was curled into a ball. And then Douche looked over at our parents and said, "You raised a pathetic S-word." And then personally, I grilled my parents. I told them they are a failure. They always prioritized their golden child over the other kids. Where was their concern when their other daughter was betrayed? Would they have done the same if Sally's boyfriend was cheating on her with Maya? They have enabled Sally so much that she became an entitled brat. They should know almost everyone in the family hates her and is sick of her. Adam told them that they should be ashamed of the brat that they raised. They are bad parents who failed to teach morality to their child, and that's why she is after her sister. And then Adam said, "Look at her. Can you honestly say that you are proud of your daughter? Are you proud that she is a homewrecker? Are you proud that nobody loves her?" They need to get off their high horses. That's what I think. And my parents didn't say a word. Lastly, I told them to F off. Me and Maya will be cutting them off and don't even bother calling us. Their whole life they have invested in their bratty child, so they should just ask her for help when they are old. I am done with them. And that is when my mom started crying, saying it's really unfair. The whole family is shunning them. And I looked at them and I asked them, and whose fault is that? And my dad looked pretty much defeated. I bet there were other members of the family that grilled them too and threatened to cut them off for Sally. So yeah, that's it. Nothing big. I don't think they will learn their lesson, but who cares? And And like you guys suggested, I took Adam to a steakhouse and treated him to a fine piece of steak. I also ordered him one of those custom trophies that says, "World's Sassiest Brother-in-Law," written all over it. Adam then threatened Sally with police, so no messages from her yet. And I have also decided that I will get a place closer to Maya because she does need help from some family in the future about the baby. So, that's all, folks. Edit. A lot of you guys think that this is fake and have asked me to release the video to prove it. Please stop asking me. As much as I hate Sally, she doesn't deserve to be paraded like that. Also, some of you asked why my mom and dad just stood there and didn't do anything. Well, they were all shocked because Adam has been quiet, and then suddenly he starts shouting. He's a calm guy, but when he gets pissed, Lord have mercy. Even my dad was terrified. And also, some of you said it's fake because Adam used a pop culture reference? Well, that's because he's a bit of a geek. He uses pop culture references sometimes, even talking normally. And please, stop PMing me for the video. So, in reference to that pop culture reference that OP is talking about, Adam said, "Your own daughter is the effing Miss Trutchbull." I didn't know what that meant because OP mentioned earlier that there might be like some translation errors, so I just thought that was one of those things. I don't know who or what Miss Trutchbull is. I apologize. But as for the story, I hate golden children so much. These stories get under my skin. But you know what? Sally's pathetic. The parents are pathetic, and it seems like all the cousins, aunts, and uncles, and all the cows are like, yeah, this girl sucks, get her out of here. And even Douche McGee, which is the actual name OP gave to the stolen boyfriend, is Douche. Even he barely doesn't really want to be with her, okay? So you know what? OP and Maya, they can do their own thing. They can chill out. They can, have fun with the new baby. And the parents, well, they can, let's see if their investment paid off, putting all that time and love and spoiling and coddling into Sally. Let's see how it works for them in their old age. Probably not well, I imagine. But anyway, guys, we are at the end of the video. Thank you all so much for watching, commenting. Have a really good day, and bye-bye.